Hi, this is Kathy White, Realtor Advisor with Engel Invokers in beautiful Whistler, BC. It's my pleasure today to be introducing you to Mark Sturgess, mortgage planner with Vine Group, and he's also a mortgage strategist with Vine Wealth. It's a wonderful part of my real estate career to connect you with community resources such as this when you're looking to sell and buy in Whistler and the Sea to Sky corridor. I can also put you in touch with excellent realtors throughout British Columbia, across Canada, and around the world with Engel Invokers. Thanks again for connecting with lifestylelocator.ca, and you can visit my website, whistlerhomes.com. Have a great day. Hello, Mark, and can you share with us today what are 3 things we should know about you?
Well, first, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you and to get out to your clients. Apart from good looks, witty and charming, I guess I come from England, southwest of England. I used to live virtually in the middle of an ancient stone circle, so that's quite fun. Love sports, love to travel. Recently went to Egypt with my son to do scuba diving in the Red Sea, so that was exciting stuff. And then I guess typical Whistler type thing, I like to try to exercise at least once a day. Trying always to get 2 or 3 in to do that classic trifecta that we call here. But yeah, mountain biking, sailing, skiing, swimming, paddleboarding, you name it.
Thanks so much. So, Mark, could you share with us a bit about your career background and what brought you to the Sea to Sky corridor?
Yeah, sure. So I started off as a financial advisor in London in the UK, but fairly quickly switched over to mortgage brokering over there. So I was a mortgage broker in London for 13 or 14 years. Then I always wanted to live in mountains. At the time, my son was 1. So I decided if I was going to do it, I should do it now. And strangely enough, you look around the world, there's not many places in mountains you can live for 12 months of a year. And Whistler was one of the few that fitted all the criteria, had schools, medical, etc., etc. So, and it's not that bad a place to live either. There's a few nice things here. So that was what brought me here. But back into the mortgage industry, I didn't come here to do that. I came here to change career. I set up a couple of different companies, but fell back into it when I was trying to purchase my own property and got let's say let down in the mortgage process. And got referred on to somebody else that sorted things out fairly quickly, worked the way I used to work, which was come back with a solution to a problem, not coming back with a problem. And I offered to join the company working up here in Whistler when they were Vancouver based. So did that and it's just progressed since there for the last 2 to 3 years.
Thanks so much. So, Mark, I was wondering if you could share with us an overview of the mortgage strategies that you help your clients with at Vine Group and Vine Wealth.
Sure. I think the first thing for people to realise is you look at 2 things in mortgages. You look at, here's your solution for today. And that's what everybody looks at, is there today. That's what a mortgage broker does. So what I call myself as a mortgage planner. I need your solution for today, but I have a second conversation with you about how do we do this in 15 years as opposed to 30? How do we reduce your taxes by using your main residential mortgage as opposed to leaving it non-tax deductible? So I use a website called My Strategy Hub. I have a number of strategies on it. I would probably say the single most important strategy for any person who has an owner-occupied residential mortgage is the Smith maneuver. Basically is converting your non-tax deductible main residential mortgage into a tax deductible residential mortgage using various methods. Okay. And it simultaneously builds up wealth for your future and saves you literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes and at no extra cost to yourself. So genius is my words for it. So there's a number of strategies there, but you got the plain Jane, you would do rental cash damming. If you've got rental cash property, showing people how to significantly reduce amortization periods on their main residential mortgage, thus saving 10, 15, even 20 years in mortgage payments. I have a strategy where for falling rates in particular in the current market, if you want to fix your rate today but are afraid of losing out on the fact that rates are going to fall in the future, we call it a cascade strategy, where we can actually show you a way where you can fix your rate, but then as the rates fall, you cascade your rate down as the rates come down. There's many different rates. You can do corporation rates, you can look at premature downsizing, I call it. So you can release equity today and do your downsize when it's affordable rather than when you're 80 and 90 and don't really want to do it. But there's any number of strategies to reduce taxes and make life easier.
Thanks so much. As many people know, on lifestylelocator.ca, when I'm speaking with folks in our community, I ask them what are their favorite books that they'd like to share with us. I will also upload the links so that you can review them as well.
Okay, so I sort of like split this into three areas. So you've got your business, your personal, and just your bit of fictional fun. Business, as I said a minute ago, there's no other book you should be reading other than Master Your Financial Freedom and The Smith Maneuver, written by Robinson Smith. Every single homeowner should be reading this book and then acting on it. Personally, on a personal development side, I've just read a new book called The Big Leap, which has been really interesting to me. And it's talking about limiting problems and actually getting past your own self-limitations. And then I guess that there's another one on there called Anger, which was written by a Buddhist monk whose name I always fail to pronounce, but it's called Thich Nhat Hanh. And that's about how to express emotions, but it's a really interesting book. And then I guess fictional, in my mind, nothing beats Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. So yeah, that's my books.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. As many people know, I'm an avid mountain biker and skier and hiker and love the year-round resort aspect of Whistler, where I've been coming since I was a child. From the lower mainland, it's such a wonderful drive up the Sea to Sky Highway, and we are so blessed with a wonderful selection of trails and activities to do year-round. And then I'll be asking a question in just a few minutes for Mark to share with us what he loves about sports in this Whistler area and the Sea to Sky corridor. So, Mark, can you share with us what is a sport that you enjoy doing in Whistler and the Sea to Sky corridor?
Oh, Kathy, come on. This is Whistler. You've got two main sports, skiing and mountain biking. Mountain biking is my favourite, but yeah, obviously in summer you do, as you were saying, hundreds of different sports: mountain biking, sailing, swimming, paddleboarding, hiking. But no, mountain biking is my favourite. And getting into the bike park in recent years and learning how to do some jumps is fun.
I understand, Mark, that you're taking the men's night in the Whistler Blackcomb. Can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah, it's cool. Really fun. You sign up for the season, one night a week. You get the same instructor, same group of people. I've been fortunate. I've got like a similar standard. I think everybody was honest on their questionnaire, so we got a similar standard. And yeah, you just learn how to ride A-line and some gnarly trails, Slayer and stuff like that, and how to ride them properly rather than just roll down them. So yeah, no, it's an awesome experience. Then obviously, highlight of it is having the beer afterwards.
I will make that link for Whistler Blackcomb on the website as well.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth doing.
So Mark, can you tell us what is a product that you're rarely without?
So one of the products I use all the time for my clients and have access to all the time is something called My Strategy Hub. And it's basically got half a dozen different strategies on there, short videos which show clients how some of our strategies work. So I direct clients there. They will look at them before we talk to know that they're interested, and then we go through in detail. So it's a really useful product before, during and after any process, and also to review over the next 5, 10, 15 years for clients to make sure they're following the right paths, let's say.
Thanks so much. I really like to find out from you, Mark, what would you like to be doing 10 to 20 years from now that you're doing today?
I guess just continuing the life-work balance. Keeping friends, family and work all in balance, but doing them all. So still skiing, still biking, still swimming, still talking to clients and helping them achieve financial freedom, and spending time with my family.
Fantastic. On our lifestylelocator.ca interviews, I'd like to find out from you, Mark, what is a life hack or mantra that you would like to share with us?
I guess there's many different ones, but the one I try to live by is quite simply, always tell the truth, because then I don't have to remember what I've said. And if you do that, life becomes easy.
Thanks again so much, and I will upload our interview today onto lifestylelocator.ca and also connect with us at whistlerhomes.com, where I will have a link through to Mark's websites that you can speak with him directly. Thanks again, Mark.
Thank you, Kathy.